Welcome. Let's go.
And welcome back to another episode of I've Heard It Both Ways, the podcast that is 5G ready.
5G? What's 5G then? Is that just very available?
Very available and super fast. The speed is meant to be ridiculous, mate.
Right. I've heard of some people listen to podcasts in like ×2 speed just to get it out of the way.
Yeah,
I wonder if anyone listens to us in ×2.
Actually, I've not even heard us in ×2. But is it to get it out of the way, or is it because they want more? They want to get through as many podcasts as possible. This is what happens when you chase through the back catalogue. You want to hear this week's podcast, but you know you've still got to get through a 50 before you catch up to real time. So you do it double.
You have to get through it? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's like a ritual.
No, if I like a podcast, I actually want to hear you from a while ago. I want to hear your old stuff. I might do something like go to the beginning of this year and listen up to now. And then once I've caught up, like I don't want to wait a whole week to hear another episode. I'll start filtering back in old episodes, if that makes sense.
Well, we're coming up to a year of this, aren't we?
Mate, we're coming up to 2 years.
Of this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, we've been doing this for ages, man.
Oh, all right.
What?
Well, we're in a bit of a hiatus, so let's call this season 2. Is that?
Is this the beginning of season 2?
Yeah, let's call it beginning of season 2.
We can make it official. I was going to say don't call it a comeback because we were always here. But yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Season 2, we'll keep the numbering as it is. But season 2, we've got loads of stuff in store for you.
It's going to be good. Tell everyone to download again. The ones that have just been like, oh, they're not recording. They've given up. These Londoners. Yeah. These Londoners with their fans.
We were waiting for those 5 stars. Hit us up with those 5 stars and start downloading all over again. Spread the word.
Do it.
Yeah.
Right.
By way of introduction, I'm Zach, and I'm joined by Ihibw. We'll be your hosts for today.
Although I'm not really joining you, am I? Because we're still in our attic studio. But hopefully we sound good, and let us know if you feel like we can improve on the audio or whatever.
The software is strong with this one, so hopefully it is top quality.
All right. Okay. So Zach, and some other people, some listeners now, I've mentioned it about every episode, but I am of Spanish and Filipino descent.
Yeah.
So I've got lots of cousins and relatives in those countries. And I'm pleased to say, Zach, that a cousin of mine has just been employed by the NHS. And he's over here. Yeah, he's over here with a group of nurses doing his training.
Which of the 2 countries does he come from, mate?
Do you want to guess?
I reckon he's come from the Philippines.
It's the harder. I was going to say it's a harder one to get out of. So he's spent a long time in various hospitals. I remember speaking last time I spoke to him. He was still like a school kid, and he was like, "I want to be a nurse and I want to travel the world and stuff like that." So he's been spending lots of time in various hospitals and colleges in the Philippines, learning his trade, doing different courses, going above the rest of his colleagues to get noticed, to be the eventuality that he might get picked as a selected few to get a visa to work abroad. It's the dream of many nurses in the Philippines.
And he did it, and he still
needs to pass a final course in the UK, and everything goes to plan. He passes exams and does everything.
Yeah.
He'll end up in Bognor Regis for 3 years.
Oh, for real? Mate, you say that like...
Does
Bognor Regis have a hospital? Yeah.
No, mate, I knew this. I knew you were going to get your London out.
Is it?
Bognor Regis?
All
where
places.
the zombies live.
Yeah, that sounds like where you go don't pass.
Mate, it's alienated. I feel like this should be called I've Heard It in London.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But yeah, that was like the way I said it as well. No, but the way I said it as well was kind of like, it was kind of hinting on Bognor Regis, to be honest. But yeah, I'm not talking about Bognor Regis because I don't know anything about it. But all I know, because you get excited, don't you, Zach, if your family member comes to where you live, and I'm really excited. So I did do a bit of research on Bognor Regis, and it was voted the ugliest seaside town in the UK.
Mate, Bognor, have they got a stone beach?
From the pictures, I think it was sandy,
Is it? I know I've been to Bognor Regis. I've been to Bognor Regis on like a family holiday.
Have you though, or do you feel like you feel like it's one of those places where you feel like you have?
No, I've definitely been because it was one of them things you always heard of.
But I haven't.
It's one of those names you always hear. One of those names you always hear, and we definitely went there. We either went to like Butlins or Pontins, or
Butlins, famous for Butlins,
but we only went for like the day. We didn't go like on a sleepover situation. It was like get on the coach
that's a long way,
at 4 a.m. and drive all the way out there. I swear down, they have a beach or at least like a promenade along the beach. I remember going to the arcade and whatever, and then spending loads of time in Butlins.
When was this? 2 years ago, yeah?
Mate, this was like when I was 13 or something.
Yeah, mate, your memory's too good on the Bognor Regis.
There's certain experiences that I just got like a crystal clear, or at least a clear memory of.
Yeah, for Londoners, that it's not the beach you would go to. I mean, England's not known for its beaches. But anyway, my cousin's from a very nice part of the Philippines, which has like really amazing beaches. So it's not about the beach really.
Fair enough.
It's about coming here, and getting better pay so he can support his family, his mum and stuff like that back home. So what do you reckon, just thinking about my cousin, what do you think is going to be the hardest thing for him to adapt to?
In Bognor Regis or in the UK?
In the UK. Well, yeah. Bognor Regis, that's getting to a deeper level, but yeah.
Exactly. It's a bit difficult, mate, because usually I would say stuff like the weather, that's a standard. The pace of life. Do you know what I mean?
So he's been here for a few weeks, and every day he says it's cold. It's cold. Yeah. And I was like, mate, stop saying that, because it's not going to get warmer for another 6 months.
Exactly.
Stop saying it's cold.
Bro, it's only getting colder. It's only getting colder.
Yeah. And he's like, the heating isn't that great. And I'm like, well, you bet. There's no such thing as bad weather. It's just the wrong clothes. You need to get good clothes.
I like that. What a saying. That's good.
That's good. That's what Scottish people say.
Yeah. Well, look, there's the weather, obviously. The other thing I was going to say is like the pace of life. But it's different in London compared to elsewhere. I would say in London, everything's fast-paced. But I know once you go out of like the city limits, everyone seems to slow down and think, why are you moving so fast? Like, what is the urgency? So what does he think about that?
Yeah, no, I think at the moment he's in a place called Worthing, because he hasn't passed yet. Only people that pass go to Bognor. But and he said it's nice. It's a nice little seaside town. Everyone's friendly, Because I got to say, I think I was a bit worried as well, especially these times. Zach, it's I'm worried about small towns being a bit racist. But he hasn't experienced anything like that.
Yeah, good.
But he's only been a few weeks, and he's just working hard to try and get to that dream.
Yeah, I like it. You know what? Yeah, I need to know as much as anybody else does. What is it like in Bognor, or what is it like getting used to it? Because other things like you can be in London. I say this, but it goes both ways. I was going to say you can have neighbours that you don't even know who they are, and you live in the same building, and you never really meet your neighbours. Yeah, but then there's certain people where, like, on the street, I see them every day, and we say hello to each other, where I talk to them more than I talk to someone who lives...
Who are these people, then?
On the same flat. There's this woman who I walk over the bridge almost the same time every day as her. we walk past each other on the bridge, and we always do our pleasantries, our hellos and everything. It's more than just a nod. Do you get what I mean?
What was that first hello then?
I don't know. I think it was just excitement on her part, and then I just reciprocated, and now it's just
What's
a
she
standard
excited
thing.
about? Do you think you
I
were
don't
someone
know,
else?
mate. She was just excited about the morning.
All right. You know, mate.
It might be that. Apparently, I've got a reputation for being too attracted to nutcases or to crazy people. I always seem to have conversations with
them
them.
in, yeah?
Yeah.
Never leave your
No.
house.
She's cool. She's cool.
No, but I remember going up north to Newcastle where I went to uni, and the first time I went on the tube up there, which is called the Metro, I went up there, and someone started talking to me. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm just surprised that they've got tube in Newcastle.
It's two lines, mate. It's two lines, and it goes to like Sunderland. It goes to places that aren't Newcastle as well.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
But it is a tube, though. It is a tube.
Yeah.
But then, and someone came up to me and started talking to me, and then I just thought, nutter, because you know, Londoner, you think that.
Yeah.
But they were just being friendly.
I know.
You know.
I know.
So hopefully, Bognor Regis, please enlighten us, listeners. Hopefully, it's one of those places.
I think it's going to be one of those friendly places as well, but almost there's two sides to that friendliness. It's like, we know everybody here and you're new, so we want to find out a bit about you. But then I think if you're then not liked or something like this, you might just get frozen out. And it's that kind of thing where the whole town freezes you out because they kind of are all in the same, what's it called? Social friendship group and network.
I know.
You know, that's how horror stories start, where you're in a little town on your own, and all of a sudden they all turn on you.
No, I do know what you mean. But I think it's in a way it's better that he's going to a smaller place than London, because I think you can get lost in that
and get overwhelmed in London.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, because there's a lot of places where you can just because when I've been abroad, there are a lot of places where the expat community can just hang around themselves and go to the same shops and just do that. And I'm going to meet up with him a lot and try to get him out. I mean, obviously it's nice to be reminded of home, but I think it would be nice to get some English friends and stuff like that.
And just other perspectives, like have friends that are from different backgrounds. I mean,
definitely.
The thing I reckon that sometimes just jumping into like a busy place like London might be the way forward as well, man, because yes, there's lots going on and you're not like slowly getting into the community and the feel of living in the UK. But at the same time, you have like 20 opportunities a day to have that conversation, to have that opening conversation, to hear someone's point of view, to interact with someone. In a smaller town, you probably just have less opportunities per day, less variety of people to interact with, less spectrum of accents to start to learn and pick up from.
But do you think that as an outsider, someone who's coming from a totally different country, the England they're expecting isn't London? Do you think the area they're expecting is a small town where everyone is white and
who's expecting that? That's someone who's been watching Coronation Street for like their whole life and nothing else.
No, because mate, they don't get Coronation Street in these countries, mate.
Well, if you're expecting some little town of something, I think that is what they're watching. Maybe not even Coronation Street, Emmerdale Farm.
Mate, Coronation set in Manchester.
What?
Coronation Street is set in Manchester, man.
Yeah, there you go. So, I don't watch none of these things. So, Emmerdale, that one's set in some little farm village, isn't it?
Nah, man, you should have said like Last of the Summer Wine or something.
Last of the Summer Wine.
Yeah, something where there's like 3 people in the village. Or
exactly.
Not Coronation Street.
I think people are expecting London. I think it's almost